Hey there everybody, Zelda here, and welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon White 2. In the last episode, we began exploring Route 6, and before continuing on our quest, we took a quick detour into Mistralton Cave, and we're gonna finish up exploring that today, friends. Off-screen, while I was away from you all for that short while it was, I actually defeated all of those extra trainers that I bypassed earlier, resulting in a couple level ups. Wizard leveled up once, Baxter leveled up once, and Lincoln also leveled up once. Lincoln attempted to learn the move Defog, and I said no to that, because Defog is a silly move. For all it does, as any of you who remember from Gen 4 when Defog was introduced, actually as an HM of all things, I don't know why I resorted to having Pokemon learn it, it lowers a Pokemon's evasiveness and also gets rid of Light Screen and Reflect. Didn't know it did that, actually. I had no idea. They must have added that effect in 5th Gen. A brand spanking new effect to the ability. I have never heard of doing that before. But I'm not going to complain. Anything that makes a move slightly more useful, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I opted to not learn it. I'm a bigger fan of Hone Claws and Scary Face, much so than Defog, I should say. But we only have a couple more things to do in here. There's a couple more trainers I'll battle probably. I don't know when. I might try to do them off screen just to have them not take up time in the video, because I would like the entire video to not consist of us battling trainers, namely this one. There we go. Managed to bypass her pretty easily. And we're going to run around this to get this item, another blue shard. As I said in the last episode, there's a particular TM in here that I want to get, just in the off chance that I want to teach it to one of my Pokemon, because it is a very strong TM. You'll find out what it is when we get there. I'm actually a very big fan of this move, but it is not here. It is... Oh, can I... There we go. For anyone wondering what those ruffling dirt patches are, the dirt patches in caves are the equivalent to what, rustling grass is for the tall grass. If we run into that, we can actually encounter a unique Pokemon. Namely, in this case, Drillbur. Drillbur is a very strong 5th Gen Pokemon. For all of you who do know, I have Excadrill. We fought Drillburs when we fought in Clay's gym. And Excadrill, as I said then also, is a very strong Pokemon. Probably one of, at least from what I gather, one of the strongest 5th Gen Pokemon in the game. So definitely worth adding to your team if you're looking for quite a strong powerhouse. I think I've already went over all of this, though. And that is the TM I was looking for, friends. Yes, TM80, Rock Slide. I am a huge fan of Rock Slide. I love the move Rock Slide. It is a very good attack. I'm a really big fan of it. Rock-type moves are really powerful. They usually have a high base attack stat. But Rock Slide is probably one of the better ones. I know there's Stone Edge, which I think is stronger than Rock Slide. Yeah, actually, I know it's stronger than Rock Slide. But, I don't know. I like Rock Slide. It's a good move. I might end up teaching it to one of my Pokemon later on. But here we have that old man again. I've been searching for the legendary Pokemon Cavalion for decades. I wonder if it still hates humans. Or maybe it looks at this world where Pokemon people coexist and has thought about it. Anyway, there's not much left to do here. All we have to do is collect this Dragon Gem. And let's see, is there anything else? Are there going to be any other little, hey, don't forget to collect me? Because if that's the case, then we are done in Mistralton Cave, guys. There was not much in here. TM80 was the only item I really wanted to get. And the Pokemon in here, none of them are being added to our team, although there's some very strong ones. As I mentioned last episode, well, while I'm saying that, I'm going to use Dig as Baxter, actually, to get out of this place very fast. Dig is a very nice little helpful pseudo-escape rope. But anyway, as I said in the last episode, Axew is probably the only really, one of the better Pokemon that you get in there. Dragon-type at that. Axew is a great Pokemon to add to your team. Another Pokemon in there that I actually really do like is also Aron, a 3rd Gen Steel Rock type. I actually kind of like Aron. He's very physically inclined, which, I mean, it makes sense for his typing. That is obviously what he would be as a Steel Rock type. I don't know, something about Aron is always kind of cool. I actually used an Aggron, the final evolution. Oh, Pokemon are fully healed. Thanks for not just... See, that woman actually knows my Pokemon are fully healed, unlike friggin' Nurse Joy in the Pokemon Center, who freaking... will heal my Pokemon an infinite number of times, regardless of how healed they are. Thank you for that. Anyway, I used an Aggron in my first playthrough of Black 2 on my own, and it was a very nice physical wall slash really strong attacker. Steel and rock moves are very powerful. I taught it Rock Slide. Anyway, now that we have done that, I am going to run back to the PC to grab Mary and drop off Orion and our Deerling and continue our journey into Chargestone Cave. I'll meet you guys when we get back. Friends, we have returned. We now have Mary back in our party and ready to begin, so let us enter, without delay, into Chargestone Cave. Oh, and right off the bat, we meet up with Bianca! What's up, girl? Hey! Did you know this? If you push the floating stones, they move. As always, this place is charged with lots of electricity that Pokemon like. The electric charge reacts from one stone to another, so that's why they're floating stones. You can't push all of them, though. Oh, that's right, I came here to research something. Be seeing you. Thanks, Bianca, for telling us about that, but we will quickly encounter, namely right now, there are certain stones that if we push into contacting the larger ones, they'll get out of our way. Let me reactivate the dowsing machine, because like in Mistralton Cave, there will be tons of hidden items. A full heal for us, friends. Very nice. There we go. In Chargestone Cave, as you can obviously tell, there's quite a bit of Pokemon that fit the motif of the electricity and magnetism thing. I got a list for them right here for you. Oh, actually, what am I saying? I am going into my own rules. If you try to push one of the stones in a direction that it won't go, you'll just kind of see it fuddle around a little bit. A little annoying, but not the worst thing in the world. You just gotta make sure you know where you're pushing the dang things. A trainer battle! I'm gonna skip through this girl quickly and progress forward. See you in a little bit. There we go, friends. We've defeated her fairly quickly without much issue. Moving onward in our quest. Let us see here. If we push this guy. Firstly, let me push him. Thank you, sir. Over there. And this one down. Gives us a path to move forward. Very nice. But as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by that trainer, I do have a list of all the Pokemon here. I can read off to you guys. There's a couple on here. For example, we have some Bouldors. Bouldors are going to be pretty common in almost all cases where we wander into caves, so that is not out of the ordinary. We also have another unique Pokemon, a Grass Steel type, the first of its kind, Ferroseed. I don't really know much about Ferroseed. I always thought his design was really, really ridiculous. You obviously all probably know what he looks like. You've probably all seen it. If you're watching this, you probably know what a Ferroseed is. Chargestone Cave. I really like it here. Formulas express the forces beyond electricity. It's connected to Pokemon, and humans and Pokemon themselves. This is my ideal place. I have to go. I have to go in order to save Pokemon and protect the very friend that I have to stop. So someone just said something pretty deep and important, but we have no idea who it was. Maybe we'll find out about that later? I have no idea. As I was saying, though, I always thought the design of freaking Ferroseed was really kind of ridiculous, and his evolution looks really silly as well, so, I don't know, I never was very attracted to him in general. Also, I don't know, his typing isn't terrible. He does have a 4x weakness to fire, but I don't know about his other type that's weakening, so. But we descend even further into Chargestone Cave, continue reading off my list, talking about the Pokemon while I wander in here. Next up we have Joltik. Joltik is a very, very nice Pokemon. Well, I'll continue talking about Joltik after these guys. Hey, it's the Nugget Boy and the Nugget Man. Give me your nugget. That sounded oddly sexual. Well, the boy gives us a big nugget, and the man gives us a regular nugget. Okay. Well, I guess we'll sell those. Hopefully, we'll get some... Forget about it! Did you seriously just say that? You seriously just said that? That is going to be a thing now. Forget about it, guys. Oh, forget about it. Okay, where am I going now? I got no clue. Let's go over. Let's go over, Meow. I think. This way? Yes, this way. Continue exploring. You seem like a trainer, young lass. I don't want to battle you. But as I was saying about Joltiks, I have to continue explaining about Joltiks, because Joltiks are my life. Joltik. Bug electric type. Sorry for the stutter there, friends. I was a little confused about what I was deciding to do. Namely, why I am... Where am I going? I don't even know where I'm going. This is not the right way, friends. I am going to leave once I can. Oh, I know what this is. This isn't really just a quick leave for the main entrance if you want to get out of here, which we don't want to do. Anyway, for the third time attempting to, Joltik bug electric type Pokemon. Really interesting combination. I was actually a really big fan of Joltik when I first found out about it. And its evolution actually makes a pretty solid team member. Galvantula, I believe it's pronounced. He has a really interestingly pronounced name. Play off of Galvin, I believe, which is some sort of electricity thing, and Tarantula. I can't avoid battling you, can I, miss? Okay, well, we're gonna keep talking about Joltik while I battle you. I don't know, I always like the bug electric type. It covers a lot of type effectiveness, I guess, things that he's good against, but also has quite a few weaknesses as well. I don't know. I definitely would recommend Galvantula. I like him. He has some good stats. They're alright, I should say. They're not great. But he's fun. I like the design. Anyway, moving on. Next Pokemon we have is Clink. We've encountered Clinks before, and Clinks look foolish as all hell. I hate Clink. Clink's design is really, really dumb. But if you want a Clink, if you want a Steel type, he's in here. You can catch him. He's got a good defense. Moving on to the next one. Don't got much to say about Clink, or Clicklang, or Clickclank. All of his evolutions, which are dumb. Moving on, I said, Nosepass, a Gen 3 Pokemon. Oh, however, before we continue talking about Nosepass, Baxter wants to learn the move Storm Throw. I don't actually know what this move does. I'm going to check it out. Storm Throw. The user strikes the target with a fierce blow. This always results in a critical hit. Unfortunately, it only has 40 base power. Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna get rid of Harden for it because I have not used Harden once since I caught Baxter. So we're just gonna get rid of Harden and hopefully teach Baxter a nice stat-raising move later on. His next move Pokemon will be Excadrill. Let us send out... You know what? Blue. I actually need Blue for this because Blue I think is gonna be able to handle the job much better than anyone else. Anyway, moving back forward. Nosepass, solid single rock type from Gen 3. Nosepass looks kind of ridiculous. I don't really like his design all that much. I've used him on a couple occasions. Nothing really noteworthy I could make about him. His evolution, which he got in 4th Gen, Probopass, which looks like Mario, for goodness sake, and his giant red nose. I don't know. Rock Steel type, which I do like, is a very strong defensive typing, physical typing, I should say at that. He's okay. Like I said, I've used him on a couple occasions. He learns a couple electric moves, which I thought kind of gave him a little bit more versatility. Thunder Wave was actually really nice to have on him. Nosepass learns Thunder Wave fairly early on, so, I don't know. I would definitely suggest if you're looking for a rock type, and don't mind a ridiculous looking Pokemon, I definitely would suggest picking one up. Sorry about that, friends. I got rudely interrupted there for a second, but I'm back! Continuing on, like I said, Nosepass, Probopass, Rock Steel type, much similar to Aggron, as I mentioned earlier. If you want a nice rock type that's really bulky defensive-wise, physically speaking, not a bad choice! I would definitely suggest picking one up. They're a little... like I said, though, they'd look really, really stupid, so if you don't mind having that, I'm gonna activate my dowsing machine again. Let's head down. Oh, hello. Where are you? Oh, I'm on him. Come on, move. There we go. Found another Ultra Ball. Very nice. The last on my list, actually, very interesting relationship with. I will continue to talk about him as I battle this doctor here, so we can heal our Pokemon in the middle of Chargestone Cave. How very, very nice. Doc Marshall. Anyway, the last on my list of Pokemon to talk about for this Chargestone Cave, in fact, is Tynamo. Tynamo, a little electric eel Pokemon, electric type, 5th Gen. Very interesting Pokemon. I actually have a really, really nice, I guess you could say, relationship with Tynamo and his evolutions. I used a Tynamo and its preceding evolutions. I cannot remember what his middle evolution is, but his final evolution is Electros, which I actually am a really big fan of. Electros is a electric type Pokemon, but for some godforsaken reason, he has the ability Levitate, making him immune to his only weakness of ground, making Electros one of the few Pokemon who has no weakness. He has no weaknesses. If you are looking for a nice, strong electric type that has no weaknesses, pick up a Tynamo. They're kind of uncommon and pretty rare to find inside of Chargestone Cave, but if you look hard enough, I guarantee you'll find one. They do take a while to train. Tynamo in himself is a very weak Pokemon. All of his evolutions have Levitate, by the way, and they're all single electric types. Tynamo himself is a very weak Pokemon, and he does not evolve until level 30, so it may take a while before you actually can get your Tynamo up to high enough levels to make him actually competent at fighting. But once you do, I don't think you'll regret it. I think you'll be pretty satisfied with the turnout. Oh, revive! How very nice. I should also add that Tynamo actually does evolve through the use of a Thunderstone. So only really use him if you have a Thunderstone at hand, too. They're kind of hard to find. Bianca, what are you doing back here?
No, what? I'm here at Professor Juniper's request. I'm researching a Pokemon called Tynamo!
Oh, look, even she's looking at Tynamo.
But there aren't very many, and they don't seem very strong.
Boom. What I say. They're hard to find, and they're weak. That is what I just said, Bianca. Thank you for reiterating my very, very nice facts to the viewers. Ooh, what is this? Oh, it's another Pokemon! The last Pokemon on my list I should probably talk about is the one that I already mentioned, Drillbur. Drillburs are usually found in cave areas in the rustling dirt patches, as I mentioned earlier. Unfortunately, I don't really have much suitably equipped. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try Storm Throw out on this Drillbur, see what kind of damage it does. Oh, quite a bit! Damn! I don't understand that move. It always critically hits, but it only has 40 base power. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, it just one-shotted that Drillbur, which, I mean, he is much lower level than me, so I guess that makes sense. But anyway. We have an item down here. There we go! We found a Hyper Potion! Very nice. Hoping we can finish up Chargestone Cave, or at least get through it. I'm gonna go back and do all the trainer battles off screen for you guys, because I really don't want to show a lot of those on screen. I'm having a hard time deciding how I want to handle this versus off-screening battles, through speeding through battles, to showing them not showing them at all off screen. I don't know. I guess the ones that I was already here, wasn't I? This place looks really familiar. Did I already come here? I totally was already here. What the hell? I'm super confused. Hey guys, guess what? I get lost in Chargestone Cave. How's that for an episode? Great? That's what I thought. Mamma mia. Mamma mia, here I go again. My, I am lost in Chargestone Cave. I don't actually know the words to that song I sang, but I'm clearly not going in the right direction. Viewers, tell me where to go! I'm lost. Oh, a trainer battle here. I'm gonna battle this trainer and get my bearings straight, and I will meet you guys when I have found where the heck I'm going. Alrighty, friends, we found out, or I found out, how to get out of this dreadful place. Sorry for that bit unprofessional behavior there. But starting from Bianca, who we already have encountered, we're gonna go up this staircase. And it was literally in front of my face, friends. Firstly, speaking in front of faces, we have a trainer battle. I guess I'll just talk through this one, guys. No big rush here. Anyway, yes, I found out. It took me a little bit. I had to reference the map that I had. These caves I get really lost in these caves, friends. I apologize for that. It is very silly of me to not know where I am going, but these caves can get a little confusing. Especially considering there's entire areas of this cave that we aren't even going to go to because all they house is trainers. I will go there off screen for anyone wondering. I guess as a future note, one thing I will go out on a limb and say is I'm not going to go to areas of these caves, or at least just areas in the game, that only have trainers and items that I don't really care much for. At least on screen, it would be a bit of a waste to show you guys me running through areas that hold nothing useful. So I am just mainly going to be off-screening all that nonsense for you guys. I know if anyone objects to that, I guess let me know in the comments. I don't see why you all would. It's not really important. You guys don't need to see me running through doing trainer battles over and over again. It really isn't going to do you guys any good to see that. But anyway, we have a Magmar here. I don't know if we've encountered Magmars, at least in combat yet. They look kind of ridiculous. I don't know. I used to like Magmar a lot as a Pokemon, but then the more, as generations increased, I realized, the design they gave him just made him look ridiculous. Really terribly ridiculous. Blue wants to learn Encore. I have... You know what? Tail Whip Sayonara! I'm getting rid of Tail Whip. I don't use Tail Whip. I mean, it might serve me better, but I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna replace Encore later on, but I don't know. Encore could have its uses if I predict moves correctly. And whoa! What? Blue is evolving! Congratulations! Your Blue evolved into Samurott! Oh, baby. Samurott wants to learn the move Slash, but Samurott learns 4 moves. Slash? Indeedly do, friends. I'm gonna get rid of Revenge. I don't want to use Revenge, and I think Slash will be much more handy for us. But, there you have it, friends! Blue finally evolved into Samurott. Easily my favorite of the starters. I guess I'll go on a little mini Samurott rant there. Compared to the other 2 starters of this game, Samurott is awesome. I love his design. It is so cool, and I'm just so freaking happy that they made him look like that. But anyway, enough complaining about, or complimenting Samurott's design. We made it to Mistralton City, so let us check out what's going on up in here. Let's see. Oh, what? I'm getting stopped for some reason. Look what it is! I don't think we've ever met in person. But, it's Professor Juniper! It's nice to finally be able to talk to you in person. I'm Professor Juniper. You accepted the Pokédex and came all the way out here with your partners. Here, I'll evaluate your progress for you. So Sam, you've seen this 97 Pokemon up to this point. I see, thank you. This is a token of my gratitude. Sam obtained a Master Ball. Yes, friends, I got a Master Ball for that. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, just coming out here. That is the Master Ball of this game. Just getting to the 6th town, the 6th gym is. It's a little ridiculous in my opinion, but I guess they're gonna give it to you somehow. Why not give it to you now? Still, I'm amazed how much Pokemon distribution changes over the 2 years. That means the research will never end. Still, you could say that that's what makes it fun.
Professor Juniper!
Who is that? Oh, another lady. Ooh. Bow lady. Why, if it isn't Skyla. This is Skyla. She's Mistralton City's gym leader.
Wait, are you surprised, Professor? Did you ask for a lift on my plane to cross this mountain since you can't reach Opaloosa City by foot?
Ah, you're right, but I have a quick favor to ask first. I want to take a look at the Celestial Tower. Do you mind waiting till I'm through? See ya, Sam. Be sure to always get along with all kinds of Pokemon. Yes, Professor Juniper, ma'am!
Honestly, I can't tell if she's just laid back or she's not paying attention to anything outside her head. The apple sure doesn't fall far from the tree. What's next? Are you gonna come challenge me at my gym? Or are you gonna follow the professor to do some training at Celestial Tower? As long as I get to battle with a strong trainer, I'm fine either way.
Yes, friends, that was Skyla, the flying type 6th gym leader of Black and White 2. But anyways, this episode has dragged on for a long time, friends. So, in the next episode of Let's Play Pokemon White 2, we are going to continue traveling forth, and head towards the Celestial Tower. And do some training along the way, friends. If you've not done this already, feel free to subscribe to my channel and leave a like and a comment on down below. Don't forget to also subscribe to the NinBuzz channel as well as the Pokemon White 2 show so you guys don't miss a single episode. And with that, I will see you all in the next episode. I hope you're all having an absolutely fantastic day.